What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today, pretty exciting. We're going to be having our fifth, like I said, 6-star champion, which will be Thylesia. With her, basically, I want a good decreased defense champion. She has some really good multipliers as well, so she can do good damage. She's also going to fit in the clan boss. She has the increased duration of all debuffs on the target. No books needed here. She doesn't really need books. I would like books on this A3 ability, but it's not really needed. So I think she's going to be pretty valuable to bring into my teams. Getting her to 6-star is going to help her survive much better. And I have Rector Drath already, who helps people survive as it is. So getting her to 6-star should give her that little bump in base stats. That's going to allow her to do much better. So before we take her to 6-star, let's look at this. So 9100 HP, 729 defense, and 97 speed. Let's see what all changes. So Thylesia is right here. So we're going to have 12,000, a good bump in HP, a good bump in defense, and no change in speed, unfortunately. I was hoping she'd get a little extra speed. Not a big deal, but let's go in here. Before we do this, always make sure either run your 5-star champions through the campaign a little bit, because we do have a champion training event going on right now. Obviously, I wouldn't be doing this if we didn't just yet. I would definitely wait until a champion training event's happening before making a champion 6-star, right? Especially on the free-to-play account. Like, it's an easy way to get some points. But if you do this, just drop a few brews. This may not be the most efficient number. I forget what the most efficient number is. I think it's like up to level 25. But sometimes I'll run them through the campaign, and sometimes I'll just do this. Depends on whichever one's easiest or more convenient. But since we did that, we got some nice little champion training points. Let me see where I'm at here in the event so far. We are 2950 almost. So I'm hoping to get up here to this Ancient Shard. I'm going to hopefully start going pretty hard once we get Thylesia to 6-star. But let's go ahead and do it, guys. Take her from 5-star up to 6-star. And then what I want to do today is kind of just talk about the free-to-play, kind of talk about my process and leveling, because I feel like we're moving pretty quick. Like, I feel like we're moving pretty quick as far as getting new champions to 6-star. And I want to share with you guys kind of how that's happening, in case maybe you don't feel like you're going as quick, or maybe you feel like you're missing something. So hopefully I can give you guys some tips. There's a bunch of, like, obviously throughout this whole free-to-play series, you guys have been seeing basically a step-by-step process, more or less. Not every day, of course, because we're, video number 32 or something, and we are day 53. So here and there, right? I don't think every day has something valuable, but today, let's talk about it. So first off, let's go build Thylesia, okay? So Thylesia is a champion who's very interesting. She has a decreased defense, which is amazing, but she can also hit very hard. So a champion like War Maiden, who is a decreased defense champion you're going to use for a long time, you're basically going to build her with speed to be speed tuned in the arena. Basically, you want her to be faster than your nuker champions, where Thylesia has such good multipliers on her A2 and her A3 ability, she could actually be a nuker for you in the arena. However, what I want to do with her is use her as my main debuffer. So she's going to be my decreased defense champion. I don't have anybody else who's leveled up. But what I want to do is I want to try to put crit rate gloves on her to go ahead and try to get her to 100% crit rate. If I can get her to 100% crit rate, I think that will give me enough extra damage in the arena that I can hopefully start shifting my focus to hopefully push into Gold 1. Gold 1's going to be a little ways away. But the thing I'm mostly struggling with is having enough damage. In the next few days, I think I'm going to do like a little bit of revamping of my arena team, so definitely watch out for that video. Probably later this week is my goal. I have the gear. I think I have the gear. I think Thylesia was a missing component. Getting her built up, getting her a little bit extra damage from her, I think is going to make a big difference. So I have RSL Helper up. If you guys are curious how to speed up your gear rolling, RSL Helper, excellent way to do it. You can do it on Bluestacks. You can do it with Riva Tuner. Anything you can drop your FPS down to 10, but this makes upgrading gear so much better. I mean, gear in this game, upgrading so long, and it's also cost a ton of silver, but we do have the artifact enhancement event going on right now, so it's a good time to use that. Now, I want crit rate gloves, so basically I want to get her crit cap. These are the stats I'm looking for, okay? So I want her to be 100% crit rate. I want her to be faster than Elhain, which right now Elhain's in this gear. She's going to be different gear later on. I'm thinking I'm going to switch Elhain from lifesteal to more just a strictly a nuker build. But Elhain, Shield Guard, Elhain's faster than Shield Guard, I do believe, 157. So basically, I want Thylesia about the 180 range, somewhere around there. So 180 speed, I want her to be 150 accuracy if possible, and then I want her to be 100% crit rate. Ideally, what I would do is I'd have some crit rate gloves from the Perception set. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any. I also don't have any from, okay, I do have some on Shield Guard, but he needs those. These from Apothecary could be good, but I really need to get the 60% ones if possible. I did get lucky, I guess you could call it that. I got these ones right here from some Dragon runs, which I have been doing a decent amount of. Once we get through this gearing, I'll kind of talk about how my focus has been when it comes to leveling. Now, keep in mind, she is level 1, so all these stats, the base stats, are going to be a lot lower, right? So the HP, the defense, the attack, all those numbers are going to scale as she levels. So don't pay too much attention to that right now. The only thing we'll worry about is speed and accuracy, which won't change as she levels. She does have masteries to get as well. So actually, so we do have both of these. Make sure when you're doing your champion builds that you factor in the extra crit rate, the extra accuracy, whatever it may be, because that can make a big difference in your build, right? 5% extra crit rate is significant early game, right? Like that could completely change what pieces of gear you put on them. But let's go ahead and put this on her first. For the chest plate, we're probably going to have to use accuracy, but I'm going to save that to the end because if I could get her an HP percentage to survive more or attack percent to actually do some good damage, some better damage, that'd be awesome. But I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see based on how much accuracy we end up getting. Perception boots are going to be the go-to here. Rector Drath does need accuracy as well. She's getting quite a bit of value from that, so I may leave those on her. Accuracy and speed boots would be the next best thing. These Swift Parry boots, I have a broken set right here. So swapping these over would be the same thing because this will be a broken set. So basically what I do is if I have a broken piece like right here with this toxic piece, what I want to do is I want to find the best broken piece of all these pieces that I can use. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. But if I have a really good chest plate, but it's in a curing set, I'm never going to use a curing set. I'm going to put that on there as a second broken piece and then try to match the sets on the other way. On the other ones, matching sets, don't focus on that too much most of the time. However, I do believe focusing on a little bit on matching sets is pretty useful and pretty valuable in this part of the game because this perception set gives me plus 40 accuracy, which is significant when I don't have any accuracy banners for her. I think I'm gonna go with these boots. They give me an extra 5 speed, extra 11 crit rate. I lose a little bit of accuracy, not a huge deal, but we do get the extra benefits. Whereas these boots right here, we don't get no extra speed. Our crit rate's still gonna be below cap and we get a little extra accuracy. I think I can pick up accuracy from other places. So let's put these boots on her. These actually are really good boots. I mean, don't sell the curing sets, the destroy sets, any sets that seem like they're bad broken. They could be really good in situations like this, right? Now, the one downside of this is she's not going to be in lifesteal gear. So I do want Thylesia to be in the clan boss, which is a big reason why I've taken her to 6-star, is because she has use in the clan boss. She has use in faction wars very, very well, very good in dungeons. She's going to be very good in the arena, which is something that's going to make me get hard stuck for a while. Gold 1 is going to be difficult to get into, but Thylesia is going to hopefully help me do that. Clan boss, the debuff extension is going to be very nice. The decreased defense is solid. Her A1 doesn't bring a whole lot, but I think I'm going to focus more on her right now, getting her in the arena, hopefully in dungeons. Hopefully she can bring enough to help me clear. Right now I'm stuck on Dragon Stage 19. We'll look at that in a little while though. So these next pieces, I would love to get Perception Set. I would love to get Perception Set across the board, but unfortunately I don't have enough pieces at this time to do so. Let me go ahead and equip these two pieces at the bottom. I think those are just going to be my best ones I have. This is an accuracy chest plate. This helmet has really no stats I really need. Sometimes I like to get off the fitting room because the fitting room, I can't actually click these pieces. So I like to get off of that so I can actually see what's going on. So we have some resistance. So the helmet would be something good to replace. And then the shield, no extra accuracy there. We have decent speed. So speed and accuracy on one of those would be nice. Finchy has a really good, nice helmet. Let me actually move myself right here to the middle, I guess, so you guys can see a little bit more, hopefully. So we have the speed there. Not bad. I mean, this is a great helmet, but Finchy kind of needs that more, I do believe. He's going to be a little more impactful in a lot of these areas. This has some good speed, good crit damage. So let's go ahead and upgrade this to 12. If it doesn't do any rolls before 8, I'm going to go ahead and stop it. We'll see 8. Okay, we got 1 speed roll. We'll take it to 12. We have a decent amount of silver. I need some artifact enhancement points anyway, so we'll pick those up. The 2 attack rolls, not great. Honestly, I think accuracy is going to be possibly more difficult for me to get. Let's see what we got. So accuracy and HP, speed, accuracy, and crit damage. This is actually a very good piece of gear. We do lose 5 crit rate though, which is not great. However, I believe we have a piece up here that has crit rate and I thought crit rate and speed on it. I guess not though. What was I thinking? Let's see the weapons. So we have a weapon here, crit rate, crit damage, attack, and speed. We'll pick up this crit rate from somewhere else, hopefully. Let's see. So we got that. 176, 96% crit rate. Nothing terrible. Let's see what these are looking like. These don't have great substats, honestly. A lot of these are not fantastic. We get a little extra speed there, lose a little bit of accuracy. Let's go up here into the speed weapons. See what we got going on up here. Because we have other perception weapons down at the bottom. Speed and perception are the 2 sets I want to work in because we already have matching pieces. Actually, let me take that back. Because if we're using an accuracy chest plate, Let me see what kind of stuff we have going on here, because this could be a big difference in how this happens. Let me see if I have any chest plates that could possibly replace what we currently have. So with gearing, it's a lot of time. We're not using the optimizer for this. The optimizer is a great tool to use, but a lot of my pieces aren't leveled up. So the optimizer is not going to show the rolls that could happen, of course, right? Like it can't tell the future. So we got to kind of go through this manually, decide what's worth investing in, what's not. These pieces would be ideal. HP percentage, ideally, it's going to help me the most in the long run survive, but I don't know if we can actually fit it in. If we had HP percentage and perception, that'd be very, very nice. Unfortunately, we do not. We have defense. This would be great. This would honestly be an amazing piece because of the extra damage it would give. It would actually make her enough of a damage dealer to basically be a second nuke champion. Let me see if we can get some speed here. Okay, we got some speed. Take it to 12. Because if I could fit this in, it would be at least good for the arena, right? Because if she can bring enough extra damage to actually make sense, it'd be awesome. But we still need to shoot for that 150 accuracy range. Let me see if I can grab a weapon that's also in this set down here. A weapon and perception set as well. It's going to be a 40 extra accuracy. We have a few weapons. Really, the stats are... Okay, so 40 extra accuracy. Very, very nice. 4 extra speed up there. We could always go for this and try to get like some triple rolls or something. Not triple roll. Try to get some speed or accuracy substats on level 8 and 12. Yeah. So let's see. Or sorry, not 8 and 12. 12 and 16. Double crit damage. That's not bad. I mean, double crit damage. We love crit damage, right? It just, I need more crit rate on her. She does have 6-star crit rate gloves, so it's very... Okay, speed plus 4. We'll go ahead and take this to 16. So we already got the speed plus 4. It's a 5-star piece of gear. We need stuff for the artifact enhancement event anyways. Maybe we get... Hey, there we go. So this was perfect. If it didn't work out like this, probably would have had to adjust a little bit more. This worked out perfect though. However, we need a little bit more crit rate to be 100%. Just a little bit more. Not too much. Just a little bit. So we're going to grab a helmet. This helmet I think was useless, right? More or less. We would like some speed on there. Speed and crit rate would be ideal. But I think we leave her at the crit rate she's at, if anything, right? Unless somebody has something better. We do not, unfortunately. Speed and attack. We could take a few of these to 16 to see if they rolled a good final stat. I don't know if it's worth it or not. We don't have any ore. I don't think I'd want to use it on these pieces anyways. The shield. Let's see about the shield. So if you guys like these like slower videos breaking down the gearing and how I go through it, definitely let me know if you guys enjoy this type of video. Definitely let me know because they do take a little bit longer. So some of you may like it, some of you may not. But definitely share your thoughts and opinions down below, and I will be very interested in reading those. Now here, I do really need some speed as well, though. So let's hope for some crit rate. All right. I guess we have a few other options we can roll to 16, maybe get some crit rate substats there. It's not a huge deal to be a few percentage off on 100% crit rate. It's not gonna be the end of the world, right? The speed's more valuable because I do need to make sure I'm going before my nukers go in the arena. HP percentage, that's good. It's definitely very nice. We do have that chest plate, 183 that can roll to 16 as well, and the shield. So let's go through and get everything to 16. The stats we have right now aren't terrible. 183 speed, 143 accuracy. So basically hitting the numbers I was hoping for. Here, let's see. This would have been beautiful if it was a double speed roll, right? If it was double speed roll, that would literally be perfection for what I was wanting for this chest plate to be. Resistance, it's kind of useless on Thylesia. Resistance is one of those stats where like you either build to resist exactly what you're hoping to resist, or you just don't build it at all. I mean, because it's not like an extra chance if you have a little bit of resistance, right? It's either all or nothing, basically. So if you're trying to resist Madame Ceres in the arena, you're going to need like 700 resistance, depending on where you're at in the arena, right? Early game, it's not as big of a deal because most people don't push a ton of accuracy. But I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of accounts pushing like 400 accuracy and not really going a whole lot above that for like the arena. So maybe then if you can build like 480 resistance pretty easily, including the aura or after the aura, you could be pretty good for like the arena. But that's getting off onto a different tangent, right? So 16, more resistance. There we go. More resist. All right. So what we're looking at here is we got full plus 16 across the board, 97% crit rate. I can't pick up any more crit rate on her though. Not a huge deal. I kind of wish we could get a different helmet though. I wonder if I have anything I can forge. So we got to do more faction wars for sure, right? We'll only do the 3-star, missing these 5 things. So once I get a better helmet, it's going to be an easy upgrade for her. We just need some speed, preferably, right? And some crit rate. Crit damage is great as well. Everything else is looking pretty good. I don't think we had any shield that was able to make this work better, right? No, we didn't. His chest plate's good too. These gloves are perfect, except for the double attack roll. If this was double accuracy, oh, that'd be so good. But we have this necklace versus this one. The attack one's gonna give her more damage, of course, right? The accuracy is nice. It could roll extra accuracy, but I think we just need the HP, to be honest. The ring here, attack with some defense. We'll take this to 12, maybe. She needs more survivability, right? More survivability is gonna be the better. Flat HP would be nice. I wouldn't mind that at all. But attack percentage is good too. Definitely like that as well. I'll probably get these up to 16 later on. We have 4 million silver, so we're good where we're at now. Another thing, I've been buying all the revenge accessories. Been buying a lot of those, so I always talk about that. Let's go ahead and test her out. So I'm gonna take her, upgrade her level just a little bit. Not gonna do it a lot. We're gonna drop some magic. This is not efficient, okay? This is not efficient at all. But we're gonna drop this into her leveling. Get her to like level 25 or something. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's just do 9. Oh, let's do 10. Boom, 25. Perfect. So we got her to 25, 192 points. Easy. And let's throw in the arena, see what she can do. So recap on her build, the brand new build we just did. Not quite 100% crit rate, but faster than my damage dealers. Obviously slower than my speed booster. You don't want to be faster than your speed booster. Good accuracy. My goal was 150. Came a little short, but 143 should be fine on most of these stages. Stage 20 Dragon, though, I will need to start pushing 200. So I will do a little bit of re-gearing when that comes. I don't think I can beat stage 20 just yet anyways. I'm going to need a little bit more support for that. So against a team like this, let's see. This team's going to be my team for now. I am going to change, like I said, though. In the next few days, I do want to change this team up and make it a little more damage heavy. Switch Elhain up. I got a few different ideas. I'm going to test them out. And then I'll share with you guys how, whenever it actually comes to fruition, basically. Hopefully we land decreased defense on everybody. I don't think we're going to have much issue in the arena doing that. I didn't see what she even hit for. Hopefully it was decent. Maybe it's not even worth it to build her with crit rate. Because if we don't build her with crit rate, we can take her into HP percentage gloves, HP or defense percent chest plate, make her more survivable, and be perfectly fine, right? So it just really depends on how we see her over the next several battles throughout the arena on whether it's worth to kind of split the focus, allow her to do a little bit of damage, or if it's just solely survivability and stuff. So I need to really pay attention to this when she hits next. So 3,500. Let's see what, so 22 and 49. I mean, that A1 wasn't too bad at all, right? 3,500, and she's not really that far off because Elhain doesn't have a crit damage necklace, I don't think. So the only person with a crit damage necklace is my shield guard. So she definitely has, well, she has a ton of room to grow, right? Of course, ton of room to grow. Full team of level 60 is a Baron. I think I'm faster though. I do have to say, farming the speed stages in the campaign early game was so helpful in being fast throughout. 7,600 over there? That's a pretty nice hit. Now you gotta keep in mind, these are without decreased defense, right? I'm pretty sure she deals the damage and then places the decreased defense. I might have to read that ability. I'm not 100% sure. Let's check it out after this. So we'll kill Tyrauku maybe? Not quite, but Shield Guard's gonna do some work, right? Shield Guard is so good. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the screen. Here I was thinking I was on the right side. I was doing the whole video way over there. What in the world? All right. I'm a big fan of Shield Guard. He's actually getting pretty close to being, well, he's dead. But he was pretty close to the point of being able to solo Minotaur, which I think is pretty awesome. Let's look at her ability real quick. So, attacks all enemies, places a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns. So, I assume, you guys actually, if anybody knows for sure, let me know. But I think this is attacks enemies first and then places the decreased defense. We can try to watch the animations in this fight to see if I can see, hey, she deals the damage and then she places it. You can kind of tell sometimes, but I feel like most champions, if they do the decreased defense before they attack, it'll specifically say that, right? So let's turn it down to 1-time speed. I can't really tell. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure she attacks and then places it. I don't know. I don't really know. It's a big difference though. If she's doing that much damage with no decreased defense applied, that's amazing. I guess the good way to test it would be in the Doom Tower with War Maiden applying decreased defense before Thylesia goes, and then in the Doom Tower with Thylesia just attacking by herself. That'd be a good way to test that. If my War Maiden was geared up, I would test it out. Maybe I'd do that in a different video. Maybe we talk about Thylesia in a separate video down the road and answer that question, because that's pretty important. It's definitely very important, because that determines the difference of, do you need to have a decreased defense champion going before her if Thylesia is your nuker, or is she suffice by herself, right? Sufficient by herself. These teams are just debating me. These friggin' block damage by Rosh card. What is this? Why are you making silver 3 so hard? This should be fine though, right? This should be fine, no problem whatsoever. We all neutral and strong affinity, right? Oh no, not. We got 3 spirit. I got so much force champions, I always forget. All right, so Elhain doing a little bit of work, nothing crazy, getting frozen, frost set on the enemy. Very cool, guys. All right, let's see if she hits pretty hard here. Decreased attack, unfortunate. This will be the last arena match. And I kind of want to touch on, this is going to be a longer video, guys, going over the gearing, but I want to touch on what I've done to get, I guess, the champions leveled up, I feel like quickly. So throughout the free-to-play account, I haven't been max efficient. That hasn't really been the goal, right? The goal hasn't been, hey, make sure we get every advanced quest done every single day. Make sure we're doing the top level of Doom Tower, farming the Doom Tower, the whole 9 yards, right? I haven't done full faction war keys every day. I try to be as efficient as I can, but it's not maximizing everything. However, when it comes to spending down my energy, I do try to make sure I spend down all of my energy whenever I can. I try to make sure it stays below the cap. I try to spend my gems when it's most efficient. I try to do the events when it's most efficient, the whole 9 yards there. What I've been doing though, is a little bit of dragon farming. I haven't done a ton of dragon. The days when the dragon tournament's going on, and if I get like the 500 energy that's coming up, maybe I drop that into dragon. But most of my progression and most of my work has just been in chapter 12, stage 3 of brutal. And as far as using my champions who I've gotten from shards, I did use my shaman as food because I don't really care about shaman. I don't have really any use for her at all. I use my first one for food and I use my second one for food as well. I guess that could have been used to empower the orcs, but that's bygones now. These other champions though, I'm kind of debating. Some of these I may use for food, but the thing is that they're probably useful for faction wars, okay? And being this point in the game, I don't have a champion for all factions yet built up. So my Night Revs is looking good. My different factions are looking pretty good, but I really need to start getting some champions built up to the point where I can do those faction war stages, at least to the stage where I can get the epic drops and get a pretty good amount, right? Like up to stage 7, maybe even higher. So I'm not getting rid of the epics, even though champions like Soul Drinker may not be meta, may not be champions I want to invest in, may even be better to use them as food as far as getting faster progression. I may regret it if I feed them and then not able to progress in, say, the Demon Spawn faction, which is open right now. I haven't been super quick to go ahead and gear everybody on my account though, because the matchmaking in Arena, I think, correlates with your player power. So I don't want to go through and throw gear on everybody who I'm not using, which is kind of like a weird situation to be in. I don't want to gear my champions to the point where they're being able to do the faction wars and then do Arena. I just can't compete, right? So everybody here is in that 350,000 player power range. Honestly, if I could just ungear all my champions, I would, but that costs way too much. And these people with this player power rating are just way too strong of teams for me to easily compete with, let alone the ones higher than this, right? So I've been slow to go ahead and gear everybody up, but I do need to work on getting people in there. Even if they're level 40 or like level 30, they can solo faction wars by themselves with no gear most of the time. It depends. I don't know how far exactly they can go, but they can at least do the first few stages. So I do like that. I do like that quite a bit. But I've been doing a lot of campaign. I've been opening a lot of mystery shards. You can also see this. This is actually very important. So try to keep this pretty low. Once I kind of broke past probably the 30-day mark, I started doing more of going in here. And you got to be careful with this though. But I was feeding my 1-star champions. I would do this really quick. Okay, so I go down here to 1 stars, upgrade level. I love this new filter thing they have. But I would just dump a lot of these in there. And then I go in my mystery shards and open them up. So be very careful with this though, because if you run out of mystery shards, you're going to be in a bad spot, right? And this is a very quick way, and I've done it many times, of running out of your mystery shards. But if you do this, you will open up quite a bit of rare champions who can basically, most of them, be used into food. Now, not all of them. Sometimes you'll get the Rosin Fusion champions. Sometimes you'll get usable rares like Frozen Banshee, Apothecary, all those champions. But right now, especially during champion chase events, right, where you're getting points for summoning champions from the portal, open up some mystery shards, feed these champs. It's going to help you progress. But like I said, the first 30 days or so, maybe even a little bit past that, you got to be very careful because you'll quickly find yourself in a spot where you don't have any mystery shards. You don't have enough energy to do the campaign. You have no champions to level. And now you're just in a really bad spot of, how can I progress? I have no energy. I have no gems to buy energy. I have no mystery shards. I can't refresh the market because I'm free to play. I don't want to spend the gems refreshing the market. The market's another good place to come in here, pick up some 2-star champions. Once you start getting a good amount of silver, pick them up in here. You can upgrade your champions pretty easily. Even 1-stars if you want. I usually don't get 1-stars. I do try to pick up the 2-stars every now and then. Mystery shards, of course, ancient shards, the whole 9 yards there. But here, this is what I'll do a lot of times. I'll just try to open up quite a bit of shards, get a rare every so often. Boom, it's a 3-star chicken right there. Easy peasy. CVC. CVC has been a huge help with helping me progress in the account as far as getting champions 6-star pretty quickly. Like I said, it's been an average about 1 every 10 days. I think we can keep this pace up for quite a while. It's going to shift a little bit when I start doing more dragon farming. Dragon Stage 20 is my goal. Dragon Stage 20, I might be fine without Steel Skull, and Steel Skull is going to be weak affinity on Stage 20 anyway. So I was hoping to hold off, keeping it level 50, let him do Stage 19. He's going to be neutral there, so he'll give me the increased defense. I wish he was booked, but I'm thinking that he's going to work perfectly fine to where he's at. And then I could always use Doom Priest on the next stage. So Doom Priest will be brought up soon. Steel Skull. We got a pretty good stockpile of champions though. 5 6-star champions, guys. So that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully I shared a little bit of insight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully you like the gearing. She will be putting lifesteal gear down the road, but we have 2 6-star pieces, speed and crit rate, contributing to a lot of this stuff. I am going to work on her masteries though. So over the next few days, I'm hoping to finish these masteries. I do want to get War Master on her because while she's not in lifesteal right now, I do plan to switch her over to lifesteal gear down the road. I'm going to test out her damage and how it works with decreased defense. But getting some of these masteries will help me out more with the accuracy, help me push closer to 200 accuracy range. I'll show you guys her build and everything down the road. Maybe we do a spotlight for her. I think she's an awesome champion. Doesn't really need the books, which is very, very nice. I do love that because books are hard to come by. So hard. I got 5 right now. Dang, we're rolling in them, right? But either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next one.